You've got the sense of unfairness and the idea that the social contract has been completely broken. So you've got men and women who have just arrived in this country illegally, being put up in some cases 4-star hotels, or indeed just being given properties, houses of multiple occupancy, having literally every single thing paid for them, but also being given perks on top of that as well. So for example, in places like Oxford, they could be given free driving lessons. There's a local council somewhere around here, Croydon, I think, where you can learn how to become a DJ, a nightclub DJ, you know, and taxpayers, all of these different perks that other people, ordinary people, simply do not get. Then you've also got the crime aspect on it. I mean, there are cases going through the courts at the moment. One is an Ethiopian man who is alleged to have 8 days after arriving in Britain via a small boat, approached a 14-year-old girl sitting in a park opposite his migrant hotel and made sexual advances towards her in front of people, refused to stop, then forced her to engage in activity with another person whilst he became aroused, all of these things. And this is sadly now like a day after day after day situation. People have had enough of that. But then you've also got the other aspect to it, which is the legal immigration. And there are entire towns in Britain, I would argue in the case of Birmingham, there's largely really an entire city, that's Britain's second city, that have been changed wholesale by mass immigration, predominantly from the subcontinent, and actually in some cases specifically from Pakistan. And actually not even the entirety of Pakistan, a section of Pakistan, an area called Mirpur, which is where, unfortunately, a lot of the grooming gang criminals have come from. So if you were to go to places like Burnley, Blackburn, parts of Birmingham, as I've said, parts of Manchester, if you weren't from that area, you might think you're in Mirpur. We have to have a conversation about where we go from here as a country, because what does it all look like in, say, 10 or 20 years' time?